This is our interview with the athlete from Kazakhstan. He's from the city of Karaganda. He scored 1550 on the SAT. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Okay, great. It's nice to have you here, athlete, for our interview. I think it's going to be super helpful for everybody, especially for international students who are applying to abroad universities, because taking SAT is very important. So just to start, can you briefly introduce yourself, your school background, interests, where you're applying this year, and yeah, anything that you think is important for everybody to know about you?
Hi everyone, my name is Hadilet and I'm a senior at NIS Karaganda. This year I'm applying to NYU Abu Dhabi and I'm planning to apply to some universities in the US like Harvard, Stanford, to see where just basically shotgun the top 20s.
Okay.
And I have been preparing for SAT since the end of May.
Since the end of May. So you scored 1550 on the November SAT. So it's like, if my math is correct, that's 6 months. Is that right? You've been preparing
Yes,
for the
yes.
SAT 6 months. Oh, that's a huge progress. So just to get enough context, how much were you scoring when you just started your SAT? So that's the end of the May, your first score.
Okay, so I have taken a PSAT when I was in the United States during my exchange year. I have taken it in the October of 11th grade, and I scored a horrendous 1170. So
1170.
fif- 570 for English and 600 for math. Yeah, that was that was a huge embarrassment for me, but I decided to not worry about it until I come back to Kazakhstan.
Okay, that's a huge progress from 1170 to 1550 actually. So, just a quick question to start the interview. What is, in your opinion, the main misconception that students have about the people who score 1550 or higher?
I think the biggest misconception that people have is that 15 plus 100 scores are just geniuses, or they spend thousands on courses and etc. etc. Because I assure you, spending hundreds and thousands of dollars with elite tutors is absolutely pointless if you don't put in the work yourself.
Right. So I had the chance to work with the athlete in terms of his admissions process. We helped him with the extracurriculars, with honors, and with recommendation letters, if I'm not mistaken. So, as I remember, you're not from very rich background where your parents could just afford your study in the United States, where they could just purchase any kind of training, courses, or mentorship programs. So if you could just say one kind of message to the students out there who are from the same kind of background, because I remember myself back in 2023 when I just basically had when I was super low on the money, and I couldn't take much SAT trials because at that time that was too expensive. And if you could just tell one message to the students out there who cannot afford these kind of mentorships, courses, trainings, and etc.
My biggest message would be probably there is always a way. Like, you might be feeling like if I don't buy this course from this guy or if I don't buy this course from hers, I will never get 1500 plus on the SAT. This is just marketing. They spend hundreds of hours researching what kind of pain points the SAT takers have,
Yeah.
and when they do their ads, you might feel like so. This is his absolute perfect methodic, absolute perfect way. If I don't buy course from him, there is no way I score 1500 plus, and that's purely psychological. All you have to do is probably find another way uh, which doesn't cost money. In my case, well, we're going to talk about this a bit later. How I did this.
Okay, so jumping straight into it, can you walk us through your SAT preparation journey? Like, what were the key phases or maybe turning points during your preparation?
So I can probably break it down into three parts. So beginning the end of May till the mid of July, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, but I was just doing everything I could. So these were the harsh days. So I was studying 8 hours a day during summer and without basically any. Like days off. Whenever my family wanted to go out somewhere to have a nice time, I said no, I'm preparing for the IT, because I understood as I will step in 12th grade, I will have like zero to no time to study for it. So I was just watching YouTube videos, doing practice tests, and everything I could. So first of all, I decided to study English, to prepare for English. Basically, spent my whole summer preparing for SAT English, and I would say a bit later, because this was my biggest mistakes in terms of ROI on my time spent. Uh, so fast forward to mid of summer, I do practice tests all the time, and my maximum score is 670. Uh, I was just watching YouTube videos how to do like inferences questions, how to do grammar questions, and uh, this was going on until the end of July, maybe mid August. And then I discover some methodics, like people who have taken SAT hundreds of times and scored high. They told me SAT is just a practice game. You will never learn enough on how to do a specific type of questions, because they'll always vary. All you have to do is just volume, 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 and just do the practice test and just do the real practice questions from the college board. That's the only way to succeed. But it was too late when I found out that. And fast forward, I take my August SAT, and I score 670 on English and 700 on math. I was just so depressed because I felt I felt like all my efforts have gone to nothing, because 670 for English was my SAT score at the beginning of summer. So it was just basically pointless. So the mistake I learned from this was to first of all focus on what will boost your SAT scores the most. So for that, it was just learning the SAT math, volume, 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 and SAT grammar. I was just grinding SAT math and SAT grammar until the October SAT, where I scored 730 for English, and I was not focusing on SAT math as much, so I scored 720. It's just a 20
Hmm.
points boost. So
Hmm.
then I learned that okay, so I have 730 for English. That's enough, and basically for the November SAT, what all was left was just to hammer down the math all I
Hmm.
could, and I score 790 for math November SAT and 760 for English. Uh, I think after 730, 740 is just basically a luck game. I want to tell you guys my strategy for English SAT, English part of the SAT. First of all, you go from questions 15 to 27, because those tend to be the easiest ones. You go through them as quickly and accurately as possible. Then you go through words and context, but don't spend more than 45 seconds on those. And all you have left are
Hmm.
the hardest questions from 7 to 15. You skip through all of those questions and you pick which ones are the easiest and would be the fastest in terms of time for you to complete. You complete those questions, and after that you have about 5 to 4 questions which are the hardest, which will take the most amount of time. And at that point, it will you will probably have about, I would say, 15 minutes left. So you have almost half the time of the module for the for just 5 questions. Uh, if you don't have that time, you just basically guess on those questions, but you make sure that questions that you have answered yourself are 100% accurate. You can't be feeling like, oh, I think this answer sounds right, or this one is the it. No, you have to be like a point from the passage. So here's the evidence that my answer is 100% correct. That's
Okay.
the only way. And you go through all the fastest questions like this, and the hardest ones you do the same principle, but and all the rest questions you just guess. I did this in October and I did this in November. I scored 730 because probably I didn't guess that much,
Hmm.
but 760 it was just what
Okay.
it was a good hand.
Hmm.
uh,
Okay. So,
yeah.
just for the students who are watching this, to understand your journey and your path, how many official SATs have you taken?
So I have taken PSAT, which is not official SAT. I have taken August, October, November. Yeah, that's it.
August, October, and November. Okay, so you've taken three SATs and you started preparing from May. So, if you could just really briefly introduce, like, kind of graph how your scores were improving from May to the actual 1550 on the November, like month by month, even if not the official scores.
Okay. So I guess you can say that my starting score in May was 1170. So it was like my rock bottom. And then all I was just grinding English all whole summer, and it was like 1370. So like 200 points boost. And then I was I learned the strategy of just pure volume, and I got 1450 on the October SAT, and pure volume again. But this time, on what really mattered was mass. I got 1550. Yes.
Okay, okay, that's huge progress for the 6 month, and you repeated it really a lot of times about the volume, and I like one of the quotes. I think it's by Alex Hormozy, by which says volume negates luck, and I do agree with it. So if you could just tell one simple strategy for the preparation, not for the actual SAT, but for the preparation for the SAT, if you could just tell one thing, what would it be for the students who are preparing for it?
Just do practice questions. Just do practice questions. It sounds like the simplest advice in the world, and it doesn't sound like here's a hack for SAT. It doesn't sound like oh, it is, this is like the key. It, when it is actually is, the game is just about practicing questions, practicing questions, practice questions. That's it. You can't do nothing more, because uh, you will, if you do this, you will get to such points of time that SAT questions will get addicting to you. You will just want to do them, like scrolling TikTok. Like it will get to the point after you learn how question makers actually create the questions. And at that point of time, when you feel like you can write the question just like the SAT makers, just like the college board created it, that's the point where you will start to like SAT.
Mm-hmm.
You you just have to
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Okay.
go through thousands, maybe thousands of practice questions. I think I also watched Alex Hormozy, and I applied the same advice from him. He was telling about how he was preparing for GMAT, and he was just doing practice questions for 4 hours a day, and he beat like most of the Harvard students who took the same exam. Just basically, if you work hard, the luck is negated. Yes, that's I absolutely agree with you with this statement.
Okay. Okay, and if we come down to more specific tools or maybe resources, if you could just outline maybe three resources which you think were the most helpful during your preparation for the SAT.
Okay, so let's start from math. I don't remember the name of the YouTube channel, but I watched a video which is called "Why 800 SAT Math Takers Are Faster Than You," and it really cleared my understanding why, like, even if I learned all Desmos strategies or how to solve all of the questions with Desmos, I was not getting past 700, 720. But then during this video, this guy told me that SAT 800 SAT takers, they do the questions in their hand, they in their head. They don't waste time writing it down in the Desmos. If they like, if it's like 15 times 7, they don't check it with Desmos. They just calculate it in their head. That's the way to 800 SAT. As for math, as for grammar, there is a free material from James Liu, the Desmos guy, the Asian Desmos guy, as everyone might know. I learned SAT grammar rules from him, but I think you can find it anywhere. Like you just say, paste in YouTube, all SAT grammar explained in 15 minutes. Watch the video, do practice questions. Like and that applies for all the types of questions. SAT function of the underlying section strategy. Learn the strategy in a couple of minutes. Do practice questions. Yes, that's basically it. You can't like add nothing more onto it. There is no secret sauce.
Okay, okay, great. I think I mean, the specific questions related to the SAT are over. I I am really grateful for this kind of interview for you. So just to close down this interview, the last question: what would you tell high school students who are applying for the abroad universities? Not just SAT, but just one message. If you could just tell, because you're applying this year as well.
I would say try your chances. I'm in the same boat as you guys. I probably might not be in a good situation because it's too to for universities to commit for my case, where they have to meet like 100% of the cost of attendance, will be a very hard situation. So I might even like not expect that I will get in or that I will get the scholarship, but I'll just try to change this. Like there is nothing worse on the earth than having the opportunity and deliberately missing it, knowing that it might change your the whole course of your life. Like you might not even know, but maybe one line from your personal statement might go deep in the heart of an admission officer and said, "We want this guy on our campus, and let's give him like $300,000 in scholarship." You never know, guys. You just shotgun your chances. That's probably my advice. Yeah.
Okay, that was Adlet from Kazakhstan, 1550 on the SAT. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.